wondering if maybe you wanted to do something sometime.
Sure, Chris. I have a Young Republicans meeting after school. You want to come?
Oh, sure. What do you do at a Young Republicans meeting?
We help those who already have the means to help themselves. Also, we perpetuate the ideal that Jesus chose America to destroy non-believers and brown people.
I don't understand what you're saying, but somehow I feel safer.
Imagine how the MAGAs are reacting to this, like the number of Indians that he's putting in his cabinet, which is freaking out the Nick Fuentes crowd, and the the gay,
Treasury Secretary.
Yeah, Treasury Secretary. Right. And is Grinnell
the Soros guy?
Yeah, right. He put a gay Soros employee in charge of the Treasury, effectively, as and I'm just enjoying watching
our
the heads
evil
pop.
Plan to embed him has worked.
It's the deep state. It's and I am the deep state, so consider yourself warned. There is, may you live in interesting times, I suppose, but. A lot of these folks,
I always thought that was a load of crap, and I was good with the 90s, man. Grunge and, peace and prosperity. Mm-hmm. Russia, a democracy, even if Yeltsin was drunk all the time. I mean, who cares? There were our people.
Yeah.
I'm good with uninteresting times. I don't like this interesting times.
Well, that was, I was talking to somebody yesterday who was kind of like, not as far down the road as I am, certainly politically. Few are. But just, a rando Joe, as it were. And they were like, he was like, I never really loved Biden or whatever, but I was just glad to not have to, worry about the government, every day. Like, it was just boring. I'm like, yeah, make politics boring again. And he's like, exactly. Right. I'm like, yeah, I don't need a reality show in my government. Like, there's enough drama on television. It's not like I'm at a loss for shit to watch.
It frustrates me, right? I don't want to know what's going on there. I would be happier if I can trust it's being taken care of by competent people who mean well, and I don't have to know about it. The problem is that it's going to be just the opposite of that, obviously, with these guys. Mm-hmm. So we're stuck with 4 years of just nonstop crap again. So thanks for that, every non-voter, Trump voter, Jill Stein voter, and the rest.
Right.
I appreciate that.
Yep. Oh, and all the people like the Michigan Muslim groups that were like, wait a second. You're like, really, dude? Really?
I mean, it's like the Michigan Muslim groups. I saw like the steel unions.
Right.
Right? Like the union guys that who were like, he said he was going to help us out. I don't get it. It's like, what don't you get? How long do you have to watch this man operate to understand that everything he says is a lie? I just, what is wrong with these people? All of them who believed anything.
Yeah, I'm amazed, by the way, and I think, Chelsea's on thin ice. I think her DNI hearing will be rough. And I think he will have a backup because he didn't want to put a woman in an important spot anyways. So it'll give him an excuse to look like he tried and then he failed. And he'll move her into the advisory position or put her in charge of some
Indian woman too. That's going to upset Nick Fuentes even more. Although I don't know if he gets TV where he is in prison right now in Illinois. But
all their paranoia about Elaine Chao. And then, right. And as we move away from China and towards India for pharmaceutical goods and for some manufacturing as the new shifting low income country for, massive manufacturing of cheap plastic, whatever. It's no surprise that our relationship with that country would spark a rise in Indian Americans finally getting sort of attention and stuff because it's seen as an ingratiating move by an administration to that country to go, hey, we have Indian Americans and we're putting them in positions and so we can work together and they'll you can talk to some of them and then you have cultural similarities and all this other stuff. But the right wingers are not liking it. They're
not liking it, and I think the squeeze will come from the right wingers. There may be a few even traditional Republicans left, very few, but even a few, who might actually care about national security and not just want to turn us over to Russia and whoever else who might have a problem with Tulsi Gabbard. That's right. And then you've got on the left, especially, let's see what comes out of whatever Assad files they got their hands on when they busted into the palace, because that could be interesting, where Tulsi shows up in there. I have a feeling I think it's almost definitively she's going down.